It's a question as old as the church itself. It's a practical one, and it's one we all have to consider. How do we connect people to our context for community, to our group model? How do we design a system that not just assimilates them, but also forms that group together and hopefully creates a value of mobilization and sharing faith in that group? Each of us, as those who lead groups ministry in our churches, have to consider this question. We had a model here at the Village for a long time where we were very, very strong on assimilation. Hundreds of people a year getting into home groups. They were assimilated. But what we missed in this model was that we weren't thinking about how we were forming these groups. And we certainly weren't thinking about how we were going to encourage them to mobilize with the gospel out of those groups. And so a few years ago, we sat down with our team here and we just began to strip everything back. And we said, what do we want to take them through? What is a workshop type experience that we can take not just the group leaders through, but the entire group together at the minute of their assimilation to help form them, to give them the value of multiplying out of that group with the gospel? We came up with Group Connect. Group Connect is a 4-week workshop that we run 7 to 8 months a year here at the Village Church. The way it works is this, is if a couple or a single, any individual or family that is looking to get connected to our context for Christian practice, they can sign up for a Group Connect almost any month. They'll come on the first of that month and they will immediately be assimilated into a context for community. They'll meet their brand new home group leaders. They'll meet the group's ministry staff. And what happens over those 4 weeks is formation. We're talking with them about Christian practice. What does this really look like within the group? The workshop aspect allows us to give them several examples. What do we do with the Bible in group? How do we keep group from just becoming an inductive Bible study? How do we make group a Bible experience? We walk them through some exercises. How do we do prayer within the group, where we're not just taking prayer requests for 25 minutes and then going, we only have 2 minutes to pray. How can we be more active in that? What do we do when Christians disagree? It's not if it happens, it's when. So how do we handle that in a way that is different from how the world handles conflict? We walk them through all kinds of exercises that are incredibly practical. Formation. And then we're talking about mobilization the entire time. All of this has an outflow as we are practicing the one another's of Scripture. The design of those is so that an unbelieving world has their attention arrested. This is a part of the Group Connect model. It's how we're able to form them and talk about mobilizing. Sometimes that means that someone will go start a new group so that more can join. Sometimes it means that someone within the group may be encouraged by the group to share their faith with that coworker or that person at the gym or that barista. And they come back and they're able to report to the group that I shared, and maybe I don't know how that went, but the rest of the group is going, you had courage. And because of that, this person is more encouraged to begin sharing their faith. And the rest of the group has cultivated within them a value of multiplication. That's our Group Connect model. However you design your system to invite people into group, to connect them, be thinking through those 3 things. How will you accomplish not just assimilation into a group, but how will you form whole groups together where there's shared ownership of Christian practice and creating a context for Christian courage to mobilize and share faith together?